Hi friends, thank you for joining me. If you are new here to my channel, my name is Liz. I am 100% debt free as of this month, which is July of 2023. And now I am starting a new push for building up a down payment and closing costs for a house because I am done with being a renter. I am tired of it and it's time to move on to a new stage of life at 40. So today we are actually going to be stuffing my regular paycheck, and it's going to be $578. So when I've already counted it out, I do have $578. You will notice I do have prop money as well as real money, and that is because some of my funds I do keep in the bank, but I do like to have the physical representation of that money. So I do keep prop money for that, if you are unaware of what that is. So let's go ahead. I have counted this out a couple of times and made sure it was $578. I'm not going to recount it because I don't feel like it. Let's see. And I do plan on redoing my budget because I do have to, I don't have to figure in debt payments anymore. I kind of have to refigure out my budget now. So I am trying to get a budget figured back out. I kind of been thinking about putting that back on my channels. I haven't had it for a long time because it's kind of been the same thing over and over and over, and really, who wants to see that? And I've also been thinking that I'm going to bring my bills back on just for accountability for me, because I do have those going into their own account from my paycheck. I don't even see them. I got pin all over myself. I don't see them. So I don't worry about them, but I am having an issue of taking the overage in that month ahead account or the bills account and using it elsewhere instead of just leaving it to cover those bills. So I think for accountability of myself, I need to just bring that back. So at some point, either between now and September, I think I will have that back up. I need to get it set up and figure out how I'm going to integrate it back in. I think it will all be electronic, but I'm not quite sure if I want to bring it back into my regular budget, if I want to make it a special budget, because it is all separate and I don't know if I want it intermingled again. I'm just not sure. But we're going to stuff $578 today. Let's go ahead and get to working on that. And let's start with my blue regular revolving sinking funds. These are the ones that I'm in all the time. I'm going to go ahead and put $140 in for week 2 groceries. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So that is 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 25, 35, and 140 for my second week of my bi-weekly budget. Just that way my cash wallet budgeting, that way it's just simple, it's easy, and I don't fall short on the second week. If I overspend on my first week, we are going to skip that for the moment. and stuff emergency. I think I left all of these open because I figured out what was going in here. So 70, we're adding 20, so there should be 76 in here. So there's 20, 40, 60, 75, and 76. And you'll be happy to know that I have already made all of these deposits into the savings accounts from my checking. So that is already done. I did not procrastinate. I did not fall short and forget. So we are adding another 20. So there should be 20, 45, 46, 47, 48, and 49 in medical costs. I did have to pay that $311 bill. I did some research and the majority of it would not have been covered by my insurance, and they had lumped the other one that would have been in with it, and I just decided it wasn't worth my time to go fight with him over it. I didn't have the time to go fight with him over it, and I just paid it and moved on with my life. And it will be considered part of my deductible because I had to pay it out of cost or out of pocket. So we will pay $20 into Autoimmune Strong. If you do not know what this is a yearly membership to a it's called Autoimmune Strong is actually the name of it. It's a yearly membership that I pay to a exercise program and a wellness program for those who suffer with any type of autoimmune diseases and have issues with exercise and stress intolerance, which I do, and it actually is very helpful. So if you do suffer from it or you know someone, I highly recommend that you check it out. Their website is actually autoimmunestrong.org. And it was developed and is run by a woman who actually suffers from several herself. So it's actually very good. And we put 20 in there, so there should be 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 85. All right, and then moving on to household. Again, I keep forgetting I have all of these open. We're adding another 20 in here, so that should be 20, 40, and 60 in household. And I do have a goal of 200. I would like to just have a general amount in there and then just keep it at that amount, just in case I need something. Gas savings is going to get $10. So that should be 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, and $100 in gas savings. And I will be using this for my trip at the end of this month that I unfortunately have to take. I am looking forward to it, but at the same time, I am not looking forward to it. Mostly because I have to spend money, and I'd rather my money go to saving for a down payment, but I'm looking forward to it because I get to spend time with one of my favorite people in the entire world. So grocery savings, I'm adding $10, so that should be 60. 20, 40, 50, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And grocery savings. Summer utilities. Last month's bill was not nearly as insane as I thought it would be. Usually in June it like hikes up really bad, and it is a little teeny bit high, but not nearly what it usually is. So I'm like super happy about it, but we haven't gotten to the point of paying on that yet. So we're just going to continue to stuff like I normally would for keeping this bulked up to help pay for my electrics through the summer. So 100, 200, 300, 25, 6, 7, and 328. Hopefully this goes through the summer very well, and it's the last summer that I have to pay this astronomical amount just to keep my apartment cool because I have west-facing windows. We're going to skip dental crowns, but eventually we will have to start stuffing this back up. I have added a new one in here, and this is one where I have kind of never stuffed, and I always should have, and it's for vision coverage and eye doctors. I do have vision insurance, but the people that I go see, they don't accept my insurance, so I have to pay out of pocket and then submit a claim through my insurance. So I really should have that money saved up when I go see them, and I just had to make my next appointment, and I see them in January. So we're going to go ahead and start building this up. And in fact, I actually am going to have to get contacts in the next couple of months. So we actually are probably going to have to bulk it up even more. We're going to add 20 in there for now as a good start for the eye doctor. And I think I'm going to have a goal of 300, and that should usually cover the cost of my appointment to have my eyes checked, and then for contacts. And then I always buy my glasses online, and I get really cheap glasses because I don't wear my glasses often. All right, so we are going to move on to stuffing my wallet. And I actually, as you can see, I'm actually doing good on my no spend this month. If you are interested in my dashboards, they are on my Etsy store, Rusty Windmill Designs. Okay, so I didn't have anything left over in groceries. House I did not spend anything at a house. Thrift, I had some left over. Fun, I did have some left over in fun. What did I have left over in here? Ooh. So I had $40 left over from my wallet this last week, which I am super proud about. I'm just going to, I'm going to stick that in the back so I can kind of remember this is separate from those 20s. We're going to go ahead and stuff my wallet for this next week. I'm going to take 20, 40, 45, 50. Can't remember if that's 20, 40, 45, and 50. I want to say it was 55. All right, and 20 in house. I do 5, 10, 15, and 20 in thrift. Fun will get 20. And oops gets 25 as usual. And that is it. Oh, I do need to take out my receipts to put in my Fetch Rewards app. If you are not part of Fetch, I highly recommend you check them out. I will leave my referral link below. If you use it, you get points and I get points. It's awesome. It's just an app. You scan in your receipts and you get points that earn up to gift cards for basically at any retail store. And they're really nice to have. I mean, free money. It's always free money. So I'm just going to set this aside because that's all that was. And then from there, we are going to go into my house binder. And we are going to put a little bit in here today. First time stuffing this one. I'm so excited. In the down payment, we're going to put $10. It's not much, but it's a start because if you're wondering why it's just a tiny bitty start, it's because I have to take that trip to the doctor's this month. All right, and we're gonna put some in closing. Don't remember how much. $8. So 5, 6, 7, and 8. So in my goal, I am really, I'm not sure how based in reality it is, but my goal and my hope and my prayer is that I have this binder stuffed full enough, especially with the down payment and closing costs and the moving costs and the 3-month bills, that those 4 will be bulked up enough that I can start looking for a house in the next 6 months. I'm not sure how much based in reality that's going to be, but we're going to try. And I need to do some looking into and creative thinking and possibly taking on a second job, even though I don't want to, especially since my regular 8 to 5 has brought, well, how do I put this? My regular 8 to 5 has, in the kindest of words, provided me with more work than what I can get done in the 8 hours they give me a day to do. So I'm actually working more than 8 hours a day. Yeah. So, and in moving costs, I'm putting 5. So 6 months is what I'm hoping for. But we will have to see, and I don't know. I had hoped that Etsy would be like a really good secondary stream of income, but it's not really working out that way for me. So I don't know what I'll do. We'll figure it out though. Even if it takes me a little bit longer than 6 months, we'll just have to see what happens. Okay, so that is it for the home binder, and we are going back into here. And we are doing, what do we have left? Should be 140 left, but there were 20, 40, 60, 5, 75, 85, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35. Well, I'm 5 off. I apparently went off somewhere. So 20, 40, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 25, 35. Yeah, I'm apparently off 5. I'm guessing it was in my wallet. I stuffed one too many. I couldn't remember what I had been usually stuffing in my groceries, and I put one too many 5s in there. So I had been stuffing 50. So we're just going to go back to the 50, and that's fine. $50 for me for groceries actually is not too far outside possibilities. If I need to go over, I can pull from my oops envelope. So, and I'm going to stick this into my cash reserves, which I'm using for my trip. And then let's put this in order. See how much I have in cash reserves, which I am actually using to go on my trip this month, which I'm sure I probably have already said like 3 or 4 times in this video. I can't remember. It's warm. I turned my air off to do this, and it's gonna reach like triple digits today, so I'm like rushy, and I usually like repeat myself several times when I do that. So let's go ahead and count this. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 200. So we have 200. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 56, 57, 58, and 259 for my trip. Plus $100 in gas savings that I will use for gas, so $359, plus whatever $20, $30, and $40 that I have saved up or I hadn't spent in my cash wallet from last week. So how much is that? So that's $299 plus the 100. So $399 that I am taking on my road trip. So that's not bad at all for a little day trip, and should get me there and back and to the doctor and have a little fun while I'm there. All right, I am so glad you were with me while I stuffed my first savings envelopes for my new home. Thank you for being here with me, and have a wonderful week. Bye.